It's a whirlwind. I didn't, I think in the last 24 hours since I found out, it's not something you can even put into words, but I think the biggest emotion from a Hershey perspective is saying goodbye and what goes into that. Talking to Doug Yingst was maybe the hardest conversation that I've had with him in 9 years. And, you know, we've got such a great relationship, and for the office staff and for, you know, friends that I've made. You put down a lot of roots when you live in central Pennsylvania, and to say goodbye is tough, but I'm certainly excited to be moving on.
This is like, you said to me about a player's perspective, now you know what it's like for a player to feel going up, because here, I mean, you are now going to live the dream after putting in your dues here with two teams for almost close to 2 decades, almost. Talk about that.
I've seen a lot of players go up since I came to Hershey, and even before I came to Hershey, and you always imagine what that call is going to be, and when it finally came for me yesterday, I still haven't quite, it still hasn't sunk in, I don't think, you know, that it's actually happening, but it's obviously the dream of everyone in hockey to perform at the highest level possible, whether you're a player, you're a coach, or you're a broadcaster. And to get that call and know that there's a team that you have the greatest respect for, the Washington Capitals, and our affiliate for the last 6 years, to get that call from them made it especially good for me, and you know, I can't wait.
And the fact that you are walking in not as a stranger, but knowing obviously the coaches very well, number of the players very well, will make that, I would think, a much easier transition than if you were to go work for the Los Angeles Kings, say.
There's no doubt. The first call that I got this morning was from Bruce Boudreau, and to hear his voice again and know that I'm working with him again, and Bob Woods, and half the roster that came through Hershey, and guys that won Calder Cups here that are trying to win a Stanley Cup next year with the Caps. To be able to work with those guys again, it almost seems as if the transition was meant to be in some respects, because you already know a lot of the players involved. In the front office too, from all the communications people, and George McPhee has always been a big supporter too, and I'm certainly grateful for that. To be able to walk into a situation, you can't really draw it up any better than that, I don't think.
As you look around here, and as ecstatic as you are about doing this, this has been what, when you came into this, there's no way you could have ever imagined it would have turned out like this. As you look around here, what do you think?
Well, I've told a couple of people that I've talked to today, I said, I don't know where history is going to put me as far as the Bears go, but I know I was the luckiest guy to ever hold this job with the 3 cups that have been won with Bruce's and with Bob Woods and Mark French. And you know, all the moments that we had. And I think my best moment would be when we won the Cup at Giant Center, and 11,000 screaming fans, and the celebration on the ice. And my son was down on the ice and raised the cup with Beak, which was just an unbelievable moment for a dad to be able to watch. And, you know, I walk out of here with a lot of emotion, because I know that, you know, that's something that's in the rearview mirror now. But I'll never forget it. And one thing I know is I'll always be a Hershey Bear, regardless of where I go.